Hey guys, it's fumeshroom here. I know guys that it looks at nighttime, but it's daytime obviously, but just pretend it's nighttime for me guys, just pretend it's nighttime for me. But anyway guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed my last video. I really liked it guys, and that was my first time talking about the God of Warfare thing in like years, so this is like me coming out since then. I know it was just yesterday, but just pretend it wasn't. Anyway guys, so this is fumeshroom guys. I want to talk about, and so in this video I'm going to be talking about why the night wars never worked and like why the boss battles. I'm going to be doing two different subjects in this video. So in this one I'm going to be having newspaper with me. Newspaper, come here.
Hey, how you guys doing?
So this is a newspaper. So newspaper is going to be helping me like talk about the whole night war scene and why they never work. So the reason why the whole night war scene didn't work, because I always usually give the fans potions. I give them potions, so always the attending of it is to make the fans more stronger. But what it ends up doing the next day, it tires them out. So that's why in Warfare Season 1 you saw them getting tired the very next day, and you also saw that in God of Warfare as well. And that's why God of Warfare seems like a redo or a remastered Warfare. That's basically what it is. But in reality, we're going to be redoing God of Warfare, center bits of it, but still like cutting out the storylines that didn't make any sense. But we're going to but we're still going to do the storylines that make sense later down the line. Also, we already have like so many projects. So what basically we're going to be doing is when we're meeting up with Mario in the game, obviously that's where the story is going to pick up, and that's when the story is going to hopefully make more sense, because obviously it picks up right after Season 1 of the school. So we're not like not doing or not finishing that story. I don't want to do a series and not finish it. But anyway, it's not about that today. So the reason why the reason why the night wars never worked, because it's just the light problems. Like we always have like light problems. I would always have to hold the lights, and then I would have to hold a character, so it was always really hard. That's why this night war in Grand Warfare worked more well, because we had it I think we had it in the one in the bed frame, and then basically no, it was on the bush. Yeah, it was on the bush by Purple Zombie, if you guys saw. So basically we did not have to hold it, so that made our job a lot more easier. So it made our job a lot easier. So this time, obviously David got ID lights. He has Christmas lights and he has ID lights. So now we won't have to use a lamp in my hand, because obviously when David's filming, obviously he can't hold the camera and then film a character, and he obviously can't hold the light bulb, like a light at the same time. So now we don't have to worry about that issue guys. So now that's why I'm saying I think the night wars will be a lot better today versus back then. Back then it was just a lot harder, because we didn't have a lot of material to work with, and we didn't have like ID lights and a lot of that stuff back then. It was always the light issue guys. That's why we never did a full-on night war in Warfare, like why, and that's why we did not from it. We promised we did at Night War 2, but I think in reality we could never do it, because obviously the whole light issue, and we just didn't know how to go about it, obviously due to obviously not just the light issue, but not be able to film a entire video at night. It's just near impossible to do that, especially when we film all our videos at night. So it was been like nearly impossible to do that. So I just wanted to like do a video just talking about it and basically saying why the night videos just don't always work. But now I just feel like I have that, I don't know, I have the edge of confidence that it's going to work now versus back then. And that's why we have done a full night war in Garden Warfare, but we have not done a full one in Freirnd yet. So since the first one failed, so what I'm thinking about doing guys is obviously after the movie everything's going to change. Obviously we're done talking movie, we never agreed on that, but until we're able to do it. But I mean in terms of like after the movie, I know everything's going to change after in terms of content, but I think not in terms of content but in the storyline. I think we're gonna try to say like some way of doing a Night War 2, but in the Warfare Season 1 era, where before Season 2 happens. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, or make it on a separate video. I don't know, guys. We're gonna figure it out. Like I said, me and David need to talk. I'm gonna call him today or text him today and basically telling him, hey man, let's figure out this whole God of Warfare issue. Let's figure out this whole Night War issue. Just everything in general. We need to talk about more things, not just about the whole that whole scenario. But yeah, guys, that's just basically just why it just hasn't. And plus, it's not because the planes get tired after the next day. That's how it's gonna be. Because obviously, for some reason, I always get the wrong night potions when I mean to get this night potion. I mean to get this one. It just never ends up working. So that's generally why. And plus, we don't really repeat the same elements. So we're gonna be redoing it. So it doesn't feel like we're friends anymore. So we're not doing these whole ridiculous storylines, obviously, because obviously after the movie, obviously, there'll be no need for fumeshroom anymore. Just to give you like a little hint. So yeah, it just won't make sense. But anyway, guys, that's all about the whole Night War stuff. Also, I want to make a entire video about it. But so the next summit, you can get here. Ouch! Oh no, yeah, you can get here. I don't need to anymore. I didn't need to make him. I don't know why I even had you here. Anyway, so the next segment, guys, is about the boss battles. The reason why we did boss battles because it was just super fun. It was super different because no one did that before. No one did that in Flush shows. No one did that on YouTube at the time. So me and David fight, it would be interesting to put 2 zombies or 3 or 4 or how many against each other. So that's why we did them, and I think it was really interesting at the time because you just having it was funny. It was comedy. It was just funny to see the zombies go at it for like who's the leader or who wants to make this decision on or who wants to make this better thing. So I think it was always cool to see this zombie go at it with little zombie and then fervent, and then this obviously automatically winning and then pass it on to purple, obviously over the years. So I think it was always super cool to see them butt heads, obviously of who's the better leader and who makes the better decisions to go, obviously to defeat the flanties. So and defeat flanties like me. So obviously that that was basically just why. Basically why I don't know. Boss battles are just really fun. I hope that explains it. I guess in a very weird sense. Well, obviously we didn't mean to do boss battles. Like so, we didn't mean to do like repeated elements like we're friend. It's just I don't know. It was nostalgia feeling. It was like 1 year later after we deleted it. Like I said, like morons. And so basically, yeah. I don't know. I guess we just went on a nostalgia trip, and I don't know. I guess we felt like, that Garden Warfare was like a remaster version of Warfare. So we're sorry, guys, if we did 2 boss battles in it. Well, then we weren't 2 boss battles. I mean, obviously they were cut in half, obviously for some reason. But obviously I'm going to have to watch to get more, like a more clear detail on that. But that's just basically why we just had very fun. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it just was being dumb on my phone. But anyway, guys, so that's just why we always have done the boss battle. They were just really fun. But sorry if we had to do 2 more. But those were the last boss battles we'll do. Because obviously we don't want to repeat elements and whatnot. So that's going to be obviously in Garden Warfare, those were the last boss battles we'll do. We just don't want to keep doing boss battles and then it feels like repeated. So we're not going to be doing any repeated more things anymore. When we get back to Garden Warfare, we're going to make it feel fresh, new, and obviously we're going to do where we left off, but we're not going to like do any more repeated elements. And we're not going to be doing boss battles anymore because you guys know, you guys saw that in season 1 and we don't want to keep doing that. So but yeah, if you guys were enjoying the video, guys, I just want to film a little short video of me just talking about the things that talking about these 2 things that you guys probably had curious about, guys, because we talked about these things on streams and whatnot and videos, but we didn't go in depth about why. So this is pretty much why, guys. But if you guys really enjoyed the video, guys, this has been fumeshroom. I'm gonna get newspaper out of here. Newspaper, why were you here?
You told me to, but go sit on the toilet. Okay, I'll go sit on the toilet. Yeah, I'm too sure. I'm lazy. Yeah, you get out of here.
But yeah, okay, I gotta go get him. I'm gonna make sure he actually gets out of here because so we don't like zombies. So I hope you really enjoyed this video, guys. This has been fumeshroom. Like I said, I don't want to make this too long because obviously my phone's already being dumb. But I'm gonna go get some sleep, and I'm gonna go back to my jail. So obviously, because her dad doesn't, her uncle doesn't like me. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Okay, guys, peace. Peace.